Friends, welcome to our today's session. This session is about treatment of discounts under various tax laws. Various tax laws means under GST law as well as under income tax. What will be the treatment we'll be discussing today. Uh, and for that thing, I'll be referring to various sections. First of all, this discussion will be based on primarily will be based on the section 15 of CGST Act. And also, we'll be referring to particular circular which is issued by the department. Let me share my screen with you right now. Yeah, screen is shared, I guess. So, as I told you, I'll be referring to section 15 of CGST Act. That's one thing. But this particular circular is extremely important. In fact, this department circular, which is issued by Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, and this circular was issued on 7th March 2019, you can see. And this is the circular number. And if you are interested, you may download this circular and go through this circular. This particular circular clarifies most of the things regarding treatment of discount under GST law. So we'll go through that circular. And also we need to read the section 15 of the CGST Act, which in fact defines what will the value of supply. It talks about value of supply includes so many things. This is what it's mentioned in the section 15. You may go through it. But if you summarize, it is talking about the value of the supply shall include number 8, taxes, duties, cesses, fees, and other charges levied under any law other than this act. If some of the taxes are there, that will be also included. Any amount that the supplier is liable to pay, if supplier is liable to pay something, that will also be required to be included in the value of supply. Incidental expenses, commission, packaging, packing, all these things will be included. Interest or late fee, penalty, subsidies will be also included in the value of supply, except of course it is saying central government or state government subsidies. So this is how it is explained that all these things that we included in the value of supply. And what is more important is that subsection 3, it is talking about, now let us read it first of all. The value of supply shall not include any discount which is given A, before or at the time of supply, if such discount has been duly recorded in the invoice issued in respect of such supply. That means it is talking about that if as a supplier is giving some kind of discount, and this is recorded in the invoice, and this discount may be given either before or at the time of supply. If that is so, then this discount shall not be included in the value of taxable supply. So that's a good thing. Right? If either before or at the time of supply, if you're giving some kind of discount, and if the discount is recorded in the invoice, then that is not going to be included in the taxable supply. There is one more situation. That is in B. In clause B, it is talking about after, or first thing it is talking about before or at the time of supply. Now it is talking about after the supply has been effected. That means you have already supplied. But after that, you are giving such discount. So if such discount is given after the supply has been effected, if such discount is established in terms of an agreement entered into at or before the time of supply, and specifically linked to relevant invoices. Now, what is required is that this kind of discount must be given on the basis of some agreement. Then agreement must be entered into either at the time of supply or before the time of supply. And this discount that you are giving, it must be linked to the relevant invoice. So it should be linkable to a particular invoice. And there is one more condition for that. And he's talking about that input tax credit as is attributable to the discount on the basis of document issued by the supplier has been reversed by the recipient. That means if the recipient has taken some ITC, input tax credit, he must proportionately reverse. Right. So this is the important subsection 3 of section 15, which is discussing these 2 points. Discount may be given before or at the time of supply, or it may be given afterwards also. That's not an issue. But if it is given at before or at the time of supply, it must be recorded in the invoice itself. If it is given after supply, it must be backed by some agreement and it should be linked with some invoice, and ITC must be proportionately reversed. The entire thing can be summarized, or through this picture, we'll be able to understand the entire thing. Now look at this picture. It talks about if discount may be given, three situations: either at the time of supply, or before supply, or after supply. Three possibilities are there. If it is at the time of supply or before supply, you have to ensure that it is shown in the invoice. Is it shown in the invoice? If it is yes, the discount not to be included in the value of supply. If it is no, then discount will be included in the value of supply. You have to pay GST on that. And in case the discount is given after supply, then we have to see this condition first of all. Is it in terms of agreement? Can it be linked to some invoice? And whether proportionate ITC has been reversed. If all these three things are no, then discount is to be included in the value of supply. If it is yes, the discount is not included in the value of supply. That means GST is not payable. So just have a look at this picture. Things will be clarified. Things are appearing to be very simple. The section itself is very clear. But in addition to that, if you refer to the department circular, this circular which I was referring to, circular number 92 by 11 by 2019, this circular, if you refer to that circular, if you see, these are additional clarifications. This, in fact, explains in detail. Let me summarize this thing. If you want, you can read these points, this particular paragraphs of this circular. The circular is first of all discussing about there might be various. It is talking about there might be different kind of discount. One discount it is explained as staggered discount. Staggered discount means increase in discount rate with increase in purchase volume. For example, 10% discount if you're purchasing certain quantity, 20% discount if you're purchasing more than that, 30% discount if you're purchasing more. So this kind of discounts can be referred to as staggered discount. There is one possibility that staggered discount supplier might be giving. Or circular is also talking about there might be one more kind of discount which is called the periodic or year ending discount. Right. Normally, such discounts are established in terms of some agreement. They may be also referred to as volume discount. So in a year, let us say particular volume is exceed, particular volume supply is exceed, then supplier may give some discount to the recipient. These are the possible discounts that the circular has talked about. And circular clarifies, if you read this paragraph, it says it is clarified that this kind of discounts which are offered by the supplier to the customers shall be excluded to determine the value of supply. That means whatever may be the type of discount. It may be staggered discount or volume discount, year-end discount. All these things are going to be excluded to determine the value of supply, provided they satisfy the parameters laid down in subsection 3 of section 15. Subsection 3 of section 15 I showed you. That picture is explaining all these things. If those conditions are met, then all these discounts are going to be excluded from the value of supply. Consequently, you need not pay GST on that. Okay. Right. It is saying all these parameters has to be met, including the reversal of ITC. You know, in one condition says ITC should be reversed. In this situation, proportionate ITC should be reversed. In which situation, if the supply is, if the discount is made, discount is offered after supply, the proportionate amount of ITC should be reversed. So if these conditions are met, then the discounts will be excluded from the taxable value. Remaining part of ITC, the supplier can avail it. That is also clarified in the next paragraph. So it is now very clear that if these conditions are complied with, discounts should not be included in the taxable values for GST purpose. The circular is also talking about one more kind of discount fees. The circular refer it as secondary discount. So this type of discount, why it is secondary? Because these are not known at the time of supply. Suppose supply is made, but after some time you decide to give some kind of discount. So these are not backed by some agreement, right? So the circular gives an example, or it explains where, for some reason, the taxable value or tax charged is found to exceed the taxable value or tax payable. The amount of tax charge or taxable value, for some reason, it is exceeding the taxable value or tax payable. Then what can happen? It says the dealer may issue a credit note in that kind of situation. Suppose you are supposed to charge per piece 10 rupees, but by mistake, you are supposed to charge, let us say, 9 rupees, but you have charged 10 rupees. Or for somehow you have charged 10 rupees, later on you thought that price should be 9 rupees. So how to adjust that 1 rupee? You can issue a credit, right? So the circular also clarifies that circular says that representation has been received from trade and industry that whether this kind of credit notes can be issued, right? Even if the conditions which are mentioned in the section 55, section 15.3 is not satisfied. Even if those conditions are not satisfied, whether credit note can be issued, department clarifies, yes, this type of financial or commercial credit notes can be issued, even if the conditions which are mentioned in the section 15.3b is not satisfied. Again, I am showing you what is this condition. This is, you see, section 15.3, this is the B. Right. If these two conditions which you had discussed are not satisfied, still then credit note can be issued. That is not a problem. Credit note can be issued. But this type of secondary discounts shall not be excluded while determining the value of supply. That means this discount you will not be able to reduce from the taxable value. Why? Because this was not known at the time of supply. So that is what department has clarified. Secondary discounts will not be reduced from value of supply. But the other type of discount which were discussed, it may be staggered discount, volume discount, year-end discount. If the conditions mentioned in the section 15.3 are satisfied, then they will be reduced from the taxable value. Right. The circular again clarifies ITC is not going to be affected. These are the things. The circular is very clear. Now from here, let us move to income tax law. What is the treatment of discounts under income tax law? Under income tax law, what it says that many of you might be aware of that section 194R. 194R is talking about TDS. So if some kind of, let us say, benefits or perquisites are offered in the context of business, then tax is required to be deducted at source. Now, question comes whether sales discount, cash discount, rebates are benefits or perquisites or not. The department has clarified in another circular that yes, this is no doubt, this is a benefit or perquisite, but to avoid difficulties, no TDS is required to be deducted. This is again a good thing. So department has clarified these are the benefits or perquisites offered by the business to the customers or to the recipient. But TDS is not required to be deducted. So this is the circular. This is again circular number 12 by 2022. You can refer to the circular date also. So if you can download this circular, you'll find all these things are clarified. Exactly, there is a specific question that whether sales discount, cash discount, rebates are benefit or perquisite. It is clarified that okay, these discounts are allowed to the customer, and they in fact reduce the purchase price of the customer. So logically, they are also benefits, right? So since TDS under 194R is applicable to all forms of benefits or perquisites, tax is required to be deducted. Department is saying tax is required to be deducted. But however, it has seen that subjecting these tax deductions would put seller to difficulties. Therefore, to remove such difficulty, it is clarified that no tax is required to be deducted under section 194R of the Act on sales discount, cash discount, and rebates, etc. So, as you can understand that primarily, if you plan your discounts properly, So GST is not payable and TDS is also not required to be deducted. I think I have clarified the topic. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.